I think I was a little too drunk the other day or yesterday when I was at the event, and I started like asking this guy to like put me on a cart and like take me to the restroom and all this, and this guy's like, "No, we can't do that." But I like felt like I was like low key kind of VIP.
Coach, back with another interview, back with another podcast. Second one, we have Golfing Princess in the house from OC. That's you.
Here we are. Here I am.
Yeah, so this is kind of an impromptu thing for sure. Probably got nailed down. We've been talking about doing this for a couple weeks now.
We have.
So
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I've been so busy with literally just golfing and everything. So
yeah,
it's
I
been
saw I saw how busy you were the last couple of
yeah.
days. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I went to my first PGA tournament. Oops, I'm falling. I went to my first PGA tournament. We went to the Farmers Open. It was the most amazing thing I've ever experienced in my life. I mean, to see actual like professional golfers be able to play in front of you is pretty big. But yeah, it was just a really overall really great experience. And then today we played in a tournament, a two-man scramble, and it was just so fun. You know, we didn't win, but we played really well. So.
Do you ever win scrambles? Like, does that really, is there really, I mean, I think the only way you win a scramble is by
Yeah,
cheating.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, there was times in our play today where we would put our ball down, right? It's two-man scramble, right? So, best ball.
Right.
And there's a couple times where we would put it down and it would be the best ball, right? But then I would catch myself kind of putting it to the side near that, and it just didn't feel like I don't know the full experience of I don't know. It just didn't feel real. I feel like I was like kind of cheating a little bit, and I didn't like it. Like I did not like
You
it
don't
at all.
like the scramble.
No, I don't like it.
I've won two scramble tournaments. The first one I got accused of cheating.
How so?
And it's because of our score. And my buddy, he's a pretty good golfer. He's better than I am. And he didn't have a handicap to write down. So I asked the guy, what should we write down? He said 20. And I'm like, okay, you said 20. And I'm a 15 handicap, and he's better than I am. Well, we ended up winning the net and the gross. We went
Wow.
5 under, but we had shots like he hit a shot that it hit a house, bounced out off the house, bounced down the road, and then bounced about 25 feet from the
Oh my,
green. It
my
was like a
goodness.
330-yard freaking hole.
Oh,
So
oh
we
my
had things
gosh.
like that happening all day long to us.
That's
And so we ended up winning,
crazy.
and we got accused of cheating. And then another one was I coach Special Olympics, and me and my athlete, we had a two-man scramble at state, and we won state. So
Nice.
that was cool.
Okay. I like
My
that.
my, my athlete was on point
I
that day.
I
He
had
couldn't
bet. Oh my
he couldn't hit
goodness.
it very far, but he hit it like 100 yards straight. Just
Oh wow.
so he hooked me up that day. So anyway, so how'd you get this? How'd you start this whole social media and golf,
Um,
and how'd that all come about for you?
so I first got into golf through an ex-boyfriend actually. An ex-boyfriend was a golfer. Um, I fell in love with the sport. I ended up buying my own clubs and I just continue to play. I also work at a golf course too, so that definitely helps with my golf game. But then when it comes to social media, I think I just made connections. One of the biggest people I think that's helped me out is Karina.
Mhm.
I don't, yeah, you know
She's
Karina. So
awesome.
she's amazing. We're actually supposed to play in the next couple of weeks. I'm really excited to have her out here in Orange County because she's in LA.
Yeah.
She's in LA County. Um, but yeah, she really got me big out there with like all my social media and everything. I already I have a little bit of a platform, but to turn my work into golf is completely different. It's like it was insane, and it was like an almost like an overnight sensation where I woke up one day and I had all these golf communities and everything, and it was just one of the most beautiful things, and I cherish her for that like a lot.
Yeah, she is.
Karina is
Um,
amazing.
I would tell you, like I never really did the Instagram thing. I was a TikTok guy forever, and I still am. I have like what 13,000 followers or something over there, and that's my main platform. But ever since I did that interview with Karina on Instagram, I never really pushed my Instagram very much. And since I got off of her, she gave me a couple pointers. I've probably gained 150 followers, and that was only a couple weeks ago.
With Karina?
Yeah, just because the way she had it set up, which she started our interview. She tagged all her people, and then they started following me, and then of course every time I do one of these podcasts, I get more and more. Obviously, from all your followers will
Mhm.
come on and follow it too. So it's kind of a really cool thing that's happening on Instagram. It's not growing as much as I want it to be. I'm not even at 1,000 followers yet, but um, I've really never pushed it until lately. So we'll
So, where
see.
did you just recently start doing interviews and everything?
Um, yes, I just started the podcast thing. I've been wanting to do a podcast for a long time. It's just kind of what I've been wanting to do for a long time. Me and my son are going to do one. It's going to called Hold the Flashlight, because every son and dad have that Hold That Flashlight story, and ours is no different for sure.
Tell me yours.
But um, I said, well, I'm already do. Cause he's watched this. And he's like, Dad, you already got a podcast right there. Like it's there. You're already doing it. And I'm like, oh, I guess you kind of think. I guess you're right. And the reason why I started doing the interviews just because I just I wa- I see, like, the big social media people like Good and Foreplay and Bob Does Sport, and they're interviewing all these famous golfers, right? And they're doing podcasts with these famous golfers. I just thought, like, hell, like, there's a lot more of us than there are them.
Yeah.
And I just thought, like, hey, just get to know these people. I like to get to know these people, and build those relationships and build that community, because I'm going there in March 16th to play in that tournament. There's like 10 or 15 people that I already know are going to be playing in it that I've already talked to, or, we've, whatever on social media. So, and that's going to be a lot of fun that weekend.
Where's
A
that
lot
at?
of it's gonna be Sand Canyon.
Okay. Oh, I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
the one that
That.
Sundays golf social. I just did hit their interview. They were a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
Cool.
just did theirs. I just posted it Friday. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So I'll be up there doing that. So you guys definitely need to come do
Most
that. So,
definitely.
but yeah, I just wanted to do something where I just get to know people, and it'll catch on where other people are gonna, they're gonna watch the interviews, and just to get to know, because we're all growing together. Yeah, I just kind of get to know the person, and I don't know much when I go into these interviews. I don't do a lot of research because I want to I'm going to learn through the podcast itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but yeah. So how long have you been golfing?
Almost 2 years. I'm a self-taught. Yeah,
There you
so it's
go.
definitely been a little bit of a challenge, but um, I think just like watching people play and like watching YouTubers and everything, I think that's like definitely helped me delve in. I know it's a thing. Everybody says do not watch like the YouTube golf
Oh,
when
I
it
do all
comes
the
to like
time.
learning your thing. Yeah, I watch it all the time. That's how I play. I
Right.
mean, it's how I learn. I watch Bryson's shots and Colin's shots, and I follow it. It's just how I play. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, 2 years, and yeah, I'm addicted. I love it.
Yeah. I started 2 years ago. January 4th
You started
was
golfing
my
2 years ago?
yeah. Started 2 years ago. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so you just like got recently into this?
Yeah. I just recently got into. So what happened was 2 years ago. I used to race cars, and I did that for years. And I just said, I'm done racing cars. I don't want to work on them anymore. I don't want to spend the money on 'em, whatever. So my brother-in-law golfs. So I was like, I golfed like 20 some years ago, and I actually really liked it. But I just, back then, I didn't have the money, and I just, I had a new baby. There was just a lot of life stuff going on that I was a redneck too. So, I mean, rednecks didn't golf back then. So it's just the way it was. But anyways, I really liked it. My brother-in-law golfs, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna try it and see. Hell, I might like it. I fell in love with it, and I've golfed. I mean, I golf a lot now, so yeah. So, and I just thought I was already kind of following my racing journey, and I was like, you know what? Let's just follow my golf journey from the beginning. So I've been video documenting it since the beginning.
What made
So,
what made you like kind of hooked to where you were like, okay, I want to start doing like a podcast with it? Was it just like gaining
well,
like a social media aspect or
it was. I got on TikTok originally because I had kids that were on TikTok. My kids were on TikTok, so I was trying to be the good dad and trying to I was just spying them
yeah.
basically and make sure they're not doing anything stupid. So yeah, I got on it for that, and I started watching this stuff. I'm like, well, hell, I can do that, and so I just started posting stuff. And like my first video I ever posted on TikTok hit like 30,000
Oh
views.
wow.
It was just me getting out of a race car, just being dumb. And
Yeah.
so I was like, oh, this is easy. Like, what's so hard about this? Well, then I realized, then I got my next video had like 200 views. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, and so I started doing it, and I started getting a following, and I was picking up steam on the followings and stuff, and I was like, well, cool. I'm just keep doing it, and then I was like, well. I was looking for video ideas, what to do. So I was like, well, hell, I already do golf course reviews.
Mhm.
So I've been doing those for a year now.
Oh, even
And
before just getting into golf?
no, I was doing it. I got my 2 years ago. The first year I was just following me, learning how to golf. Last year was more of me going to different places, golfing different golf courses, and doing golf course reviews. And that's a lot of fun. And I was doing product reviews because people would send me products, and so I would do product reviews. And I was like, I really want to interview people. Like, I want to do the podcast thing. So that's where the podcast came through. It was like this year, 2025. I did 6 episodes last year just to test the waters. And I said, 2025, I'm definitely gonna uh, focus on more of my shitty golf, but also do the podcast thing because it's gonna pick up. I
You
think
know,
it should, anyways.
this is kind of random. So, like I said, we were at the Farmers Open yesterday. And I remember this girl just like kind of walked up. She was probably just like a club promoter, whatever. But she was so engaging with all of us. And now that I think about it, I feel like it would be really a great networking idea to go to those tournaments and be able to speak with people and just talk to them like that. I mean, you never know, how much golf they've done, you know what I'm saying, or how much they played or what
Mhm.
experience that they have. I think that's amazing.
That'd be
I definitely recommend.
perfect. And you're a perfect person to do that.
Yeah. Um, I was a little, yeah, it's definitely fun being out there on a course and just being also in a professional tournament. But you meet people, and I met some great people out there
Oh,
yesterday, and it was really fun. Yeah.
I've never got to go to a PGA or a live event yet. A buddy of mine, he goes to the Waste Management every year, and I'm going to really try to do that this year. Um,
I was thinking about buying tickets, but I was like,
it's it's it's
it's a hectic event. That
I
one is pretty
yes,
hectic. Yeah.
it's very hectic. You have to park like literally miles away from the golf course, and if it rains, and it's a drunk fest.
It
Saturday, it's a drunk
And
fest.
I think this year, I don't actually think that the county will allow any alcohol in there because if they cut
They
it off last year,
they say the last thing that I saw, they're gonna limit drinks to
oh, like
people
two
somehow.
drinks each. Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Get tickets or something.
Okay.
You can only now you can always tickets are always gonna be passed around. Of course, you're not
Yeah.
gonna be totally
Yeah.
right, but you can really draw it in a little bit
Yeah.
because last year was stupid. And the
Last year
golfers
was,
when the golfers start complaining about it, that's when it's okay. You guys have
and like,
now
I feel like it went from like an actual like golf tournament to something a little
a,
more just like
a
a social
frat
event.
boy party.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, I mean, as golfers, we're very respectable. We're very like, we're responsible, and that's not how we're supposed to show ourselves when it comes to golf. And that was
The
very,
problem with that place is they're not golf fans.
No,
They're
they're
just
just there for the
they're just there to party.
entertainment. Yeah,
Yeah, they're just there to party.
yeah,
Um, like yeah, that's what they're there for. And Scottsdale's known for that. It's I
yeah.
mean, it is what it is. I have Scottsdale stories back when I was in college. So Mill Avenue and the library.
So do I.
Yeah.
We want to talk about this.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's that's just what it is. So I definitely want to go check one out for sure. I just haven't done it yet. Liv has one in Tucson that I might go to, but we'll just see how that works out.
Oh, it's a live
So
tournament.
yeah, it's a Liv tournament in Tucson. It's been there the last 2 years, so it may. I'm assuming it's going to be there again,
How do you
but I've never. I,
feel about going to a live tournament when
um,
have the
you
PGA
know,
so
it's
there's a lot of like
politics.
big talk when it comes to yes, it's
Yeah, a
very
lot of politics involved in all that. Um, my second favorite golfer, I mean Bryson, is I would love to go see him live. I don't know.
it kind of gets you
It
there, right? It kind
It
of like
does
it kind of
because
makes you
I
think
don't
for a
agree
second,
with how
right?
it all went about. I think there was a different way of doing it.
Absolutely.
And now they're trying to join and do this and that, and it's just
Yeah.
it's a shit show.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
nobody watches Live really. I
No
mean, I
one
don't know one
does.
person.
No.
I don't know one person that watched Live.
Well, when
Um,
you said live right now, I was like, that's what made me think of that. I was like, who?
Dude,
Yeah,
who
who
would watch?
watches live? Who
But
watches the
Bryson,
golf?
I would love to go see Bryson play live. I mean, I would. I mean, who wouldn't?
I mean,
So
Bryson, yes, yeah,
yeah, there's a couple, Cam Smith and stuff like that I would like to see just to play, but um, I don't know. It's still live golf,
yeah, absolutely, yeah,
so
no,
I think
yeah,
it'd be cool, but I don't know. We'll see
yeah,
how it goes. So,
yeah.
so what's your most memorable moment on the course? Whether working, not working, playing, because you do the cart
Right.
you cart girl stuff, don't you?
No, I'm a pro
I
shop
thought
girl.
did you haven't you done the cart? You never did the
I'm
cart girl stuff,
always pro shop. I think staying in the pro shop makes more connections than it is out there being on the course. I think you have that like first man interaction,
right?
and I've definitely created multiple relationships with my like just guests.
Right.
Just me being an employee. Um, but I think I just like my most memorable times is honestly just playing by myself on the course, and I meet up with like random people that I'm just have to get paired up with, right? Because it's so backed up, and those are the best times ever. I mean, the connections that you make
Oh,
are insane.
it's I was my last podcast. I was just talking about that. I golfed at 52 different golf courses last year in 10 different states,
Oh wow,
and so obviously as being a solo, I always get random, get paired up with people. And I've never had a bad experience yet. I'll tell you that. And I've met some really cool people, some crazy countries like New Zealand, uh,
oh wow,
Guam. There's a guy literally. He literally flew in from Spain the night before. And I got to golf with that guy and his two sons. They
wow,
lived in San Diego. I've just I golfed with a guy that played in the U.S. Open 4 different times. That's humbling. Let me tell you
that's
that.
insane. That's
Let
yeah,
me tell you
that's
how that
very
lived.
humbling. Yes.
And I was playing well. And I looked like shit out there. Oh, I'm like,
Wow.
holy crap, dude. Like, I get up, and I'll tell you, I get up, and I tee off, and I hit like a 260-yard drive right down the middle. I banged it down the middle, like, nice. Well, I turn around. Well, him and his buddies are at the tips. I'm at the whites. They're at the tips. He hits it. He smokes mine like by 4 yards, and I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me right now?"
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Well, like 350?
oh, it probably he probably hit 310, easy 310.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
smoked it. I was like,
That's crazy.
"That's how this is going. This is how this is going to go today." But they were super cool, man. They were really cool. He was probably the best golfer I've ever golfed with. And he's getting ready to. He was training to go on the senior tour. you know, he's just, it is what it is. You know, I'm never going to be that guy.
That's crazy. In our tournament today, my friend Evan, he teed off and he hit like a drive that was like 320. And I don't think he's ever done that before in his life. And we were both just like shocked. Like there was no way. He was probably like 10 feet from the green. It was insane. It was the most beautiful
It's
shot on
perfect
a par
shot.
like five. Yeah, it was insane. And I love when I see, I don't know, I just love when people do that. I love when they can able to 320, 310 is insane.
Oh yeah,
That
that's I hit it. I hit it 250, and that's I I hit it 250 most times, pretty close to 250, 260, and the most of the people I play with, I outdrive most people I play with.
250 is really good.
Yeah, it and that's and I think that's far.
Yeah.
Now add 70 yards to that.
No, yeah, that's
That's
really
a whole
far.
other
I
football field. You're like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
no, I'm like at 170.
70 straight?
Yeah, oh yeah.
There you
Oh yeah.
go. There you go.
Yeah. Most
So
definitely, yeah.
that's
I've
crazy.
yeah, definitely delved in my driver actually. Actually, in this whole tournament, I probably carried everybody in my team with my driver.
There you
Yeah.
go, girl.
I was actually
This,
really proud. Very proud. Yeah. And
there you
then
go.
Evan had the little short putt, so we were good.
What
Yeah.
do you think your strength is? You with me?
I just feel like I don't know. I don't want to sound cocky. I don't like to do this, but I feel like I'm really well with my drivers and really well with my just coming up on it. So most people, like I said, will take like a for example, they'll walk up, right? They'll look at the green, they'll see the look the like, look at the flag, whatever, like take a second.
Mm-hmm.
Something about me when I play is I don't do that. I can't think. I have to just walk up and just completely go up and take my shot. And that's what I do. And that's when you have the best shots. Is when you're not thinking, you're not worrying, you're not over analyzing anything, it's just you're just walking up and
Right.
you just almost like kind of muscle memory in a sense,
Right.
a little bit.
Right. Definitely for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of my strength is probably my driver. I mean, it's the one I can grab, and I kind of know like, okay,
Just pick it
I
up,
can,
right?
I can most shots off of this driver. It's gonna be playable for the most part. I mean, probably 75% of the time it's gonna be playable, except for the house and the window, or whatever. But you know,
Yeah.
today was the desert. We had strong winds and it was the desert. But
Where do you live?
I live in southern Arizona. I
Oh,
live
Arizona.
Yuma. Yeah, so I live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I only live 4 hours from you. So.
Do you guys have like nice courses out there?
We have a couple nice ones. Not like around your area. You're around like OC, right?
Yeah, I'm in Orange County. I'm like probably like an hour from Los Angeles.
So we're at towards Huntington Beach
I'm
area, or
probably 30 minutes from Huntington. I'm in La
the
Habra by
so my wife, she
Fullerton.
works in Costa
Oh,
Mesa a lot.
that's literally 10 minutes from me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I go there. So I've golfed all that area a lot.
Oh, so you know the courses out here.
Yeah, I've golfed quite a bit of them there.
Oh,
Huntington Beach,
Pelican?
uh, not Pelican. I
You ever played
still want to go. I know. Everybody tells me to go.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I done Huntington Beach. What was it?
Newport Beach
What
is
happened?
really good too.
Oh,
Newport
oh
Beach
yeah.
is a beautiful course.
I'll tell you a story about Newport Beach. So last summer, I no summer before that, I took 6 days because my wife was working in that area. Took 6 days and I just golfed every single day. First day I golfed with this guy, um, young guy, uh, not young, I guess. He's late 20s. We're playing and starting to talk, and I asked him what he did for a living. He grows weed for a living, like a lot of it, like a whole huge warehouse full of it. He's like, "Hey, I'm a member of the Newport Beach Country Club. You want to come golf with me on Wednesday?" Sure. Get there, everything's all paid for. Get there. We're like on the ninth hole, and him and his three buddies are snorting coke off the scorecard. I was like, I was like, you're like, oh, hey, let me tell you something. The way it is around California. He said the nicer the country clubs, the better the coke and the more of it. And I'm like, he goes, how you think all these guys work around the clock like it? And I'm like, wow,
Oh,
that was the craziest I've ever witnessed in my life. I was
that's
like,
crazy,
yeah,
actually.
it's
That's crazy.
insane. So it
Wow.
is. So I've done Santa Ana's right by you guys too, huh?
Yeah, I'm probably yeah, so Costa Mesa is probably like 20, 25 minutes. Yeah, and then Santa
Lakewood
Ana is like
and all that's real by close
Lakewood's
by
right
you.
by me. That's Long Beach, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you
I did Lakewood.
play Lakewood?
Yeah,
Did you
Lakewood
like it?
Country Club. Yeah, Meadowlark. I played Meadowlark.
I
I
haven't played Meadowlark yet. I want to play it. I do. It's in
Willowwick,
LA, right? Oh, I love
Willowwick,
Willowwick. That's one of my favorite courses.
Riverview.
Yep.
Um, where was the one?
Have you
Oh,
played like Fullerton? Have you played Dad
Willowwick is
Miller?
the one that is the
It
oldest
has like
public
two
golf.
courses. Or no, wait,
No,
there's
I
only
went to.
one.
Yeah,
There's
I
only
went
one,
to. This
yeah.
it has like a radio station
Yes.
in the parking lot.
Yes. And the
That place
little on
was
the side
one of
on
the
the right.
worst I've ever golfed in my life. Has it
I'll be
gotten
honest
any
with you,
better?
that course is not the best, but you can play really well there.
I
I have to say.
could not.
No,
I scored well, but it was the worst golf course I ever played on.
it's really bad. The greens, they don't keep up with anything. They don't maintain
Yeah, it
anything.
was. If you go to my golf reviews on YouTube, it's the one of the
Pretty
worst
bad.
ones. It's pretty bad. It was bad. It was really bad.
Oh no.
I walked around
Oh
like, what did
no.
I just spend my money on?
I mean, it's a pretty good price
Yeah,
though. I mean,
yeah, for like I think it's $40 or
yeah,
something like that.
and
Yeah,
it's
it was.
also very forgiving course, so very open.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was all kind of open, a little confusing, but what's your favorite golf course?
Um, that's a good question. Right now, I like Dad Miller. I really love Dad Miller, but I also love my course that I work at, La Mirada. I just play it a lot. I
Where's
probably
that
play it like
at?
La Mirada, next to La Habra.
Okay.
Probably like 10 minutes from like Dad Miller and over by Fullerton. But it is a challenging course. But working in that field, I play it like 4 times a week, and I have it down. Yeah, so I love it a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
I gotta
really love
check
it.
that one out for sure.
Have you
Definitely.
played Westridge?
No, I've only played. Let me see here. I'm trying to. I've golfed at 22 different golf courses in
That,
California.
that's crazy. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's um. I- I've done. Is Mission Valley by you guys? Not really, huh? Yeah, kinda.
Where's?
Mission Valley, Fountain Valley. I did.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
That's
did
like probably like 10.
Baker's.
Yeah,
I did
yeah, yeah, yeah.
David L. Baker. I did Bigsby, Lakes Forest.
Yes, like
Also,
Forest.
yeah, I done all those. So
I I like Lake Forest. That's a good course.
yeah, it's a little tiny thing, but yeah, it was fun. It's fun. So what's your plans with social media? You just gonna keep grinding? I mean, are you trying to
Um,
get like what's the future look like for Golfing Princess? Just-
so the biggest thing right now is I'm trying to transfer from what the course I'm at to a different course, usually something a little better. Have you played Coyote Hills before
no.
in Fullerton? So I'm trying to transfer over there because me and Coyote Hills, we already like have a little bit like social media relationship in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping I can go over there. I also worked for like American Golf, so I can just transfer over there. But when it comes to anything bigger, I want to work for the PGA. So I recently became a PGA member, and so I'm in the middle of doing the background check and then doing the ability test. But
Okay.
I just recently found out because one of the instructors at my work told me that the ability test you have to break like 70. I've only broke like I've only broke 100 or 90 in like the past 2 years, and if I need to break 70, that's going to take me like 3 more years, you know. But my main goal is to basically break 70 so I can start teaching and working in the PGA.
I shot today. sucked today. I shot a 95. I haven't shot a 95. I usually shoot. I usually shoot between 85 to 90. Is
That's
usually what I shoot. I shot a 95 today. It was brutal out there. It was at one point me and my boy looked at each other. I'm like, what am I even doing out here today? Like this is and it was bad. And he's a better golfer than me. And at one point I was beating him by a stroke. It was how bad it was. I'm like, man, it was terrible out there
that
today. But
that was us today. I mean, me and my friend were running off of like 4 hours of sleep, and it was so funny. We're all of us are on. It's a two-man scramble,
uh,
right? So it's me and my friend against other two people, and then 48 other people, and we're all in this like hole, and everybody shot him, Evans, my shot were so bad. Every one of us just threw our clubs just like past like the whole like tee box and everything. It was an intense round. It was really intense, but I've actually never played so well in my life before. And a couple weeks ago, like I said, I broke 100. Um, and then today we actually like our score was like 90 something, and I never do that. And it was
there
kind
you
of
go.
nice. We weren't planning on breaking 90 or breaking 100, but it was still like great accomplishment. I mean,
Right.
it's incredible. Yeah.
So what's your go-to drink on the course?
IPAs.
Really?
You don't ever see it on my story? That's all I drink.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
IPA girl.
I'm a
I
um
can't I can't do anything else.
I do a vodka. I haven't. I can't drink right now. There's some health issues going on, but the medication says I can't drink alcohol. But it's usually tequila, club soda, and lime juice.
I would do tequila. The last time we did tequila on the court. Oh, have you heard of tequila on the course?
Mm-hmm.
The YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're actually amazing, by the way. I know Ty, one of the producers, and then I actually saw them at the Insurance Open, which is really
Yeah,
cool. But I can't drink tequila. Yeah, no,
I can't.
no. I think right now too, when I'm trying to play better, I'd rather just drink my water and play well, and then I can drink after once I play
There
well.
you go. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could see that. I don't depending who I golf with. I usually have like one drink on the golf course just to kind of loosen up. Now I can't do that, but there's two things I gotta have is a Celsius. Gotta have a Celsius. I gotta have a Celsius and Zen, which now I'm quitting Zens. So it's been difficult, especially
That's so
today
funny.
because I'm golfing and I'm like chewing gum like it's going on like just keeps on popping gum in my mouth. So yeah, it's been rough trying to
That's
quit those two
so
things.
funny. Um,
So
Here in California, they banned um, any flavored Zins, basically. And so, I do have my vape. It's really bad. Wish I didn't. But I'm looking it up and I'm like, wait a second, you can't smoke in any PGA event. You have to like you can't smoke. So I
right,
was like, I'll buy some Zins and I'll take them into the into the tournament basically. And I did. But the thing is, I never opened the pack, so it's like fully still like all together, which I'm like I kind of proud of myself, But
there you go.
I didn't know that you can't bring in anything in those events.
No,
And
it's
PGA events, you can't smoke or anything. Like
no
they're so big
strict,
about it.
strict.
They're very
Yeah,
strict. Yeah.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hmm.
Yeah, those events are insane. I think I was a little too drunk the other day or yesterday when I was at the event, and I started like asking this guy to like put me on a cart and like take me to the restroom and all this, and this guy's like, "No, we can't do that." But I like felt like I was like low-key kind of VIP. I love tournaments. That was honestly one of the coolest things I've ever experienced in my entire
Oh,
life.
I'm
Like,
sure it
yeah.
is. I can't wait. I'm definitely going to try to do one this year for sure.
Which one?
What it's probably the thing. It's probably the waste management.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, you got they're going to be in San Diego. What another next weekend? They'll be in San Diego again, I believe. I think,
I yeah,
or the
they're
following
they're
weekend.
there now. They're there for
Yeah,
the
they're at Pebble Beach
farmers
now. They're at Pebble Beach
for
or Torrey Pines. So
pines.
they'll be at Pebble Beach next week or the week after.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Ooh, I might have to buy
there
tickets.
you
That sounds exciting.
go. I would
Yeah,
love to
I
go check
love
your that.
I love my events. I think they're so
Yeah,
fun.
that's cool. So what's your go-to food? Do you eat at snacks? Do you
I
eat on the course or?
I do. My biggest thing on the course is beef jerky. It's one of my favorite things in the entire world. Beef jerky. It keeps me. I don't know what it is. It's just so good, so flavorful, and just I don't know. It's the best snack out there, I think.
Yeah.
I also like feeding it to the squirrels too, because the squirrels at my course are really friendly. So I just give them a couple bites, and they're fat. They're happy. Yeah.
Okay.
People are always like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I interact with the squirrels in the course. They're so friendly. And if they find out you have food, they'll get into your cart and they'll take everything out of
Oh,
your
for
cart too.
sure.
Yeah,
Oh, for
so that's why
sure.
you have to give them snacks, so they kind of respect that.
There you
You
go.
know,
Hey, you
it's
don't mess with my
respect.
stuff. I got snacks for you.
Exactly.
You
It's like I'll
good?
give you some beef jerky, just don't steal my purse, please, or don't steal my bowl. Yeah.
Greatest accomplishment on the golf course.
Yeah, it's really hard. I'll, I'll just say like any really good putts. I would say my putting is really kind of difficult. But I am actually really good at like having a really long putt and getting it in, and I think that's where I'm really confident. Yeah.
Cool. My greatest accomplishment? Huh.
It's kind of a hard question to ask, you know? I mean,
Yeah, that's why I ask them. Make you think. That's yeah. Mine was probably. I've had a couple where um I had one where I chipped out. I hit one a couple weeks ago. I was in Phoenix and I was 130 yards out basically, and I hit it within like 3 inches from the hole.
oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that was
Part
probably
three?
one of the best. No, it was a par
Oh,
four, and I birdied that
wow.
hole. Yeah, it was a par four, dog leg to the right. I cut the corner over these trees, and I hit a 299-yard drive because it was hard dirt, like it was kind of dead grass. It was hard, so I knew if I hit it, it would roll for a long time. So it rolled out to like 299, and I was 130 yards out, and I landed like 3 inches from the hole.
Oh, wow. That's insane.
So yeah, that's probably my best hole ever, I would say, if I had to
And
guess.
you've only been golfing for 2 years?
Yeah. But I golf when I say I golfed 197 rounds last year.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a
That's like,
lot. Like and
that's
I
a
get
lot.
lessons, I practice. Like I want to be good at this. I'm only a 15 handicap. I play like a 20. That's what I always say. Um, but I want to be good at this. And like my goal this year is to get down to a 12 handicap. Like a legit 12 handicap. That's my goal this year. So, um, yeah,
That's
we'll see what
pretty
happens.
good. That's
A
pretty
12
amazing.
handicap would be really good. That's better than most people for
Yeah, I
sure.
mean, I don't even know my handicap. I'm trying to figure that out right now. So yeah, I don't even
Well,
fully know it, but
you just once you get your paperwork and you have you should get what I did was 18 birdies,
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah.
and
I
then
have
and
that. Yeah.
and I also have GIN number as well with PGA or uh,
Oh yeah,
with
with
the
the
golf
PGA.
association and all that stuff. Yeah, so I do have a like a legit, and one's like a that one says I'm a 14.9. So
That's not
whatever, and I
bad.
play like a 20 today for
That's
sure.
not bad though.
No,
That's
that's
crazy.
not bad. We're getting there. We're getting there. We just gotta work on it, grind on it,
No,
get better. So
absolutely, yeah.
yeah. Um, so what's your future plans? Like what you got going on? You got any future tournaments you want to go? You're hitting any more? You got some
Uh,
content you're gonna put out here? What you got going on?
I do. Yeah, we got some videos that we're gonna come out, but I'm actually in the middle of creating something with golf, and I actually don't like. I don't like to talk about it a lot because I just don't know how big it's gonna get. But I want to create a dating app for golfers called Chasing Birdies. Um, it's very hard to do, but I think that would be really big right now because I feel like a lot of people, especially with like COVID and everything, people really fell in love with golf. And one of my biggest things too is trying to find someone that's the same interest as me.
Mm-hmm.
And so why not create something like that? And so I've been in the middle right now trying to figure out how I can start this whole process. It's a lot. I have like a couple people that were kind of like with me with it. I think it's more of
Mhm.
like a personal thing now, but that's my main goal is to start this dating app called Chasing Birdies.
There you
I think it would
go.
be sick. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it would be.
yeah, they have Golf Link or something like that, but
I
it's
downloaded it. It's not.
it's dumb. Yeah,
No.
it's
Yeah.
not a dating thing, but it's supposed to bring the golf community together, and I don't think it works very
No,
well.
I don't think so either.
That'd be cool though.
That's one thing I've kind of like realized like it's kind of hard because I only put my interest in golfers. And if you don't golf, I probably won't date you in a sense. But that's also
Right.
not good because then I'm like limiting myself. But at the same time, like I wanna be with someone who does the same thing I fucking
Oh
enjoy. You know,
yeah,
like
that's
that's at the end of the day, we
like
both golf together. That's beautiful. You know.
my wife doesn't golf, but she supports me 1000%.
I think
For
that.
sure. But we do other things. Like we have other interests. Like she's a bodybuilder. That's what she does. That's her hobby. She's a bodybuilder. So she goes to gym and does her thing, and I go to gym when I can. But I'm not into it like she is. But
Mhm.
that's her thing. I think it's important that we both have our thing. Like golf's my thing, weightlifting's her thing. Then we have things that we like to do together. We like to travel together. We like to do those types of things. So that's our thing that we do together, and then we have our separate things. So
Why
it just
doesn't she
works out.
golf? Did she just like not into it, or I mean, getting into golf is a big task in itself. So I can
I'm not going to
respect,
answer that question. She just like she loves going out and she'll drive the car. She'll support us. Like both of her cousins. Like one of her cousins is nice girls golf. So
I don't think I've heard of that
um,
before.
you got to follow them. Nice girls golf. So one of her cousins is on Nice Girls Golf, and she's in Baltimore, so she golfs. And then she has another cousin, Rita, which kind of golfs as well. Um, but she just that's just not her thing. She tried it at Top Golf one time, and she felt stupid doing it, and so she just never. Maybe I don't know if she felt stupid or not, but like she just couldn't hit the ball very well, so she was like, "This is stupid," and didn't want to do it. And I'm like, um, but that's fine. But I mean, I would I like her to come out with me more? Yeah, but she doesn't have to. I mean,
It's
it's
kind of nice having like your own little thing, and then
yeah. Like my sister golfs. I mean, she's not really good at it, but she's learning. You know,
that's cool
but she's out.
though. That's
Yeah, she's
cool.
out there golfing with her man. And he's really good. So he's like a six handicap.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's
Oh wow.
good. I hate it when he's
Yeah, I
good
mean
though, but he
that
is.
dude, I working on golf course, you see these kids who are like 12 who are hitting so much better than me, and I'm like sitting there and I'm like, how? How are you guys doing this? How is this even possible? They're so good.
Oh, it's yeah, because
Insane.
they've been doing it since they were 9.
Yeah, yeah. They're
You
basically
know,
their parents like force them to do it. So
yeah,
yeah, they're
they're
like,
trying to. Everybody's trying to find the next Tiger Woods.
yeah.
Which is cool. Which I'm down with that. Like, I love seeing um young people out golfing.
Absolutely.
I really truly do. Now we'll get into this little conversation about because you're the younger. I'm twice your age, so I got kids older than you. So we'll go this what my perspective and your perspective is to see if it's any different. Now I think golf has some etiquette to it. Um, I think let's just face it. Back in the day. It was a rich, old white man sport. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And it's evolved since COVID. It's kind of blew up. Um, but now you're seeing the fashion. Like fashion's huge in golf. Um, and it's more becoming a cult following. I kind of like it's a fashion gig, which trust I mean I have 15 pairs of golf shoes. So I have
Yeah.
no room to talk about fashion
Yeah.
because that's my thing in golf. I love all the wild, crazy colors. But do you think it's to the point where you think it's where you're getting really loud music on there, you're getting people kind of being reckless out there? And
Yes.
it's not, I'm not saying it's not the Gen X people, it's most likely not, and most of the videos are not. You see where they're running, they're getting stupid, and they're wrecking golf carts. How do you how do you police that, or you what do you think about that?
Okay, so I do enjoy that it's got, kind of bigger in the sense of like, it's getting to this audience of a younger generation.
Hmm.
I love Hype Golf. I love like is it Melbourne? Like I love all those brands. They do amazing and they definitely did amazing work to like how do you say it like to go towards the younger generation. But I'll be honest with you. I don't think I do enjoy how it's become more of just like a just a cultural thing. It's not really. I mean, people don't really play the sport as if you're supposed to play it. They kind of just like let's just dress up. Let's go. Let's go have some fun on the course and let's just go. Be reckless. And that's you can be young and you can have some fun, but I think there's definitely some etiquette, like you were saying, when it comes to the sport. I mean, when I think about golf, I think about like playing in Scotland, like, playing like
Right,
right, like that's not where you would be doing that.
right.
So I definitely I don't like that when people are a little irresponsible on the courses like that. And that bothers me too, because I think the sport is also very professional, and I think you should play it professional as it is.
Yeah, I'm all for having fun on the golf course.
Absolutely,
I'm all
absolutely,
for playing
yes.
music. But if I'm literally, 3 fairways over and I'm hearing your music, that's a little too loud.
Yeah, right there,
Like
yeah.
it's like, come on, bro. Like, and there's some music I just don't want to hear. But
Like
yeah,
it's like
that
decency,
irritates me. You're looking over, I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, like,
Come on.
come on now.
You're at
Like,
a golf course.
turn it down. You can still jam out and have a good time. Like, but if I'm literally 100 yards from you and I can still hear your music, it's too loud,
That's yeah,
And that
yeah.
kind of, and the reckless stuff, I see that sometimes, and I'm like, come on now, like, all you're doing is driving the cost up for the
Like
rest of us.
just
In two
thinking
years from
it.
now, when you're not playing this game and we're still are, we're gonna be having to paying for you what you've been doing out there.
Yes,
You
right?
know,
Yeah.
yeah, so I see that, but I also I want to loosen up a little bit too. I went and played at Scottsdale at Talking Sticks a couple weeks ago, and the marshals was up our ass half the time, and that wasn't fun. And I'm like, bro,
That
we.
was that was our Marshall today
He was
in
like,
our
hey, you're a hole and a half behind. I'm like, bitch, I'm on the first hole. Like, that's on you, the starter, not me.
literally right.
Like, and
Yeah.
that's what I told the guy. I was like, bro, like, you the one that started us late. We were ready to go.
That was
And
literally our tournament today. Our tournament was supposed to tee off at 7:30 a.m., right? We did not tee off until 8 a.m. And then for like 4 holes, I had a marshal just like following us, being like, "You guys are behind." And at one point, I did get a little upset, and I should have just kept my mouth shut. But I was like, "Dude, like, what do you want us to do? Do you want us to like run up to the next hole and then what? Just wait there until you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work out. And this is a shotgun tournament, and like the actual marshal looked at me, and he's like, "You didn't rent out the course." And I was like, all right, fuck you. Like, fuck. Like, dude, we've paid so much money to be here, and this is a 48 people playing at your tournament. You should have a little more, like, a little respect,
right.
Like, that was
Yeah,
having
I
a
think there has to be
marshal
some
running at me like
leniency.
that. Mm-mm.
Yes, there has to be some leniency, and I get it. I see more like people fighting on the golf courses lately.
So
Did you
constant. It's
see
a
the
lot.
one where the guy hit
Yeah,
he
he hit the guy yeah, there was a video where the two guys were standing, right? And he
yeah, he hit him
walked up with
with
his
a
club.
driver? Yeah.
Dang,
I was
that's
like, and broke the driver of the dude's head. I'm
and
like,
that wasn't
bro. I mean,
even the guy who picked up his ball either. It was like a complete stranger. It was just someone that was just waiting on the next hole, and he
yeah,
just got hit. Yeah, that's insane.
that's
People
yeah,
are
that's
crazy out there on courses. They are.
well, I'm sure there was a lot of alcohol encouragement
Mhm.
there, for sure.
I
So,
think if I definitely had a course, I'd limit that out because we don't want any of that.
oh yeah, that's I've never seen anything like that before. I'm pretty patient on the golf course for the most part, so I don't like slow play kind of bugs me, but I also know where I live. The average age is probably 20 years older than me, golfing in front of me. So it's just like
Kind of just keeping quiet.
it is what it is at this point. Like, they're gonna hit it 150 yards, and they're gonna stand over it for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, to a minute,
Yeah.
hit another 150
Yeah.
yards, and
Yep. Yep.
that's the way it is. So that's awesome. That's crazy, man, how people are. So what's been your worst customer service or customer experience? You're muted. Uh,
Oh, do you hear me?
there you
For
go.
my course and my last course I worked at, there's a definitely, how do I say this? I don't know how to say this. There's like a certain type of people that play on my course, basically. um, and they can be really rude and disrespectful. Like just yesterday. So in LA County, they just came out with this new thing. So if you ever golf in LA County, they have a deposit that you have to put down for $10. So you basically put down a $10 deposit, and that gets taken out. We take it out. You don't get charged for it. Just in LA, it's a deposit. It's non-refundable. You don't get your money back. And I had a guy the other day ask me about it, asking about if he'd get his money back, and I was like, nope, I'm sorry, but that's just how it works. F you, Hank's like, they're very aggressive and they're really mean, and I think that's one of the biggest things. If they find out that you're new working at a golf course, they'll take advantage of
Mhm.
you. That's one of the worst things
So
ever.
it's a ten
I've had like
dollar
yeah.
deposit to make a tea time, huh?
Yeah, so basically it just like holds you in a sense.
Right.
And then
Does
it's
that
for every player.
does that go towards the your green fee
It
or no?
We
Or is
take
that
it
on
out.
top
So
of?
for example, let's just say it's one person, our tea time is 60 something. I ring you up, I'll charge you 57 instead of 60 because I'm
Oh,
taking away
okay.
the
Yeah,
$10.
okay. So yeah, it's just a deposit. Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool.
but the thing is people at my course get really upset about that, and they get really
Well,
aggressive.
it's what's
Like
happening is people make tea times and they cancel
they were
out, and then
they were yeah, and then LA had brokers. That was a big
oh
thing in
yeah,
their region.
yes, I
So
heard about that.
they were stealing. They basically, like, you can still catch it right now, like on our T sheet. Basically, what they do is they go in and they buy out like four foursomes, basically, and then they sell those to people that are on the outside for a different price. And you can tell because there's no way that you see like four all booked up with different. I don't know. There's you can tell
Oh,
it's very suspicious
oh,
and it's
you can
very
tell
stressful and it's very annoying. And people really get away with it, and but they also make so much money from it too. I mean, selling those tea times is insane. Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So you're gonna try? Are you gonna try to hit the Sunday social or Sunday golf
Yeah,
social tournament in
I'm
March?
hoping so. Yeah.
For sure,
Yeah.
man.
What's
I'm
the date
definitely
for
gonna
that one?
answer.
What's
What's
the date
that?
for that one?
March 16th.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Day before
Probably.
it's a
Yeah.
Sunday, but yeah, I'm gonna take the trip to go over there for sure.
Oh, nice.
I think back nine besties are gonna be there. I don't know. Karina said she wasn't gonna be there, and then we kind of guilted her, so hopefully she might be there.
I hope she is.
Um, the Beetle Boys from San Diego, I heard are coming out.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of
Oh, I'm
fun
excited.
for sure.
Okay,
It's
I'll
going to be a
definitely
lot of
have to come
fun.
out for that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. And then we're definitely going to do a golf. I'm going to do a golf content creator tour
You were
tournament.
saying that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's going to come up. I'm gonna probably shoot for April
yeah. Okay.
because they have theirs in March. Um,
Who
the Sunday social.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but I want to do all just golf content creator. I think that'd be what I'm
That'd be
thinking is,
so fun.
yeah, I think like we'll do like a Friday and Saturday thing, like golf Friday and Saturday, and maybe Thursday night we'll like meet up like an indoor sim place or something where we all just meet and
Yes.
greet and hang out.
Yes.
And then Saturday or Friday we'll do like a scramble, and then Friday or Saturday, I'm sorry. Friday we'll do the scramble, and then I think we'll do like a Ryder Cup style on Saturday.
Okay.
And I want to do two team captains, and we'll pick our teams, and I think it'll be a lot of fun.
That sounds like
Um,
so much fun. Oh my gosh.
it's going to be. I think I'm going to call it uh, the West Coast shoot. I wanted to call it the West Coast Shootout, but there's a golf tournament called the West
It's already
Coast.
called that.
Yeah, so I got to figure out a name for it, but it's going to be it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, let me know. That sounds so exciting. That
Yeah,
sounds
that's going to be a
fun.
lot of fun that night. That whole weekend will be a lot of fun for
That,
sure.
oh my gosh. I just love golf events in general.
Oh
Like this
yeah,
whole week, oh my gosh, it's been eventful. I probably have had 4 hours of sleep in 2 days. Yeah, so I'm like tonight, I can't wait just to go to bed. It's
right,
been a long couple of days, but
right.
it's
Yeah, so
been nice.
we got to look for that. That's going to be awesome. That's coming like again. We're going to do it in the LA, kind of
LA one,
area, kind
perfect.
of close to there maybe. The Back Nine Besties, they have a golf course where they normally golf at. That has a ballroom, everything set up. So it's
Oh,
just,
really?
yeah. So it's, yeah, we can. That's good. We'll probably look at that in April.
Also, too, at my course, if you go, we can do like a scramble at mine too as
There you
well.
go.
Yeah,
There you
I'm
go.
also what is it called? Today they played Pogies and Boys. I think that's their names. Pogies
I
is
don't know.
something. But we play in a tournament with them too, and they wanted me to hook them up with my course, but I couldn't because I was playing in a tournament today.
Right.
But I love just helping people out, and I definitely want to bring, especially my followers and my golf community, into my work. I think that would be great. So
Yeah, we'll definitely. Well, your name was mentioned when I said because what I'm gonna try to do is get a team of people together to put it together. The Back Nine Bestie said they would do it. Golfing with Karina said she would help promote it. But I'm looking at like a group of people that'll help me, especially because I don't live over there, to help me
absolutely,
with
yeah.
do that, put that together, and see what that looks like,
Mhm.
and we'll go from there. So yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking. Kind of like a package deal for the whole weekend.
That's
It pays for the
exciting.
swim. Yeah, so we'll just have to see what it's going to cost for everything and see if it's reasonable for people to do.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know,
I think I mean I feel like especially with like how golf is right now, especially like in our field, I feel like people are really big about social media when it comes to that, and I think that's gonna be a big latch on.
right,
People are definitely gonna be like, yeah, so, you're a golfer, social media person, influencer, whatever you want to call it.
right.
Definitely really appealing. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
So we look for that too.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thank
Impromptu,
you.
real quick, got it done. Meet you guys March.
Hopefully, yeah.
I
Yeah.
might be over there sooner than that. Like so, my wife works there
That's what you
all
were
the time.
saying. You're saying she's in Costa Mesa, right?
Yeah,
So
she
do
works.
you live out here too, or
No,
do you live? Are you
no,
in?
no. We live in Arizona, and she just travels there.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
So yeah. But yeah, she owes there Monday through Friday. Like she's right there off of Bristol Street in Costa Mesa.
10 minutes. Yeah,
So
yeah.
right
I know
there.
what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
it's right. She's
cool.
right there, right by the I don't know the interstate right there that
Yeah,
goes
yeah, I
in.
know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
she's
cool.
yeah. So yeah, for sure, man. We'll definitely do that. But thank you for coming on. It's been awesome, a lot of
Absolutely.
fun.
Thank you.
Um, it's always a blast to meet new people, and for sure,
Oh
man.
yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Oh, thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. Have a
All
good night.
right,
Okay.
y'all take
All
care and
right.
God bless.